Let's watch some TikToks.
Funnies, okay? You laugh, okay? You laugh.
This is good audio.
Middle schoolers be like, I love her.
Now-
I love her TikToks.
Oh, okay. I don't know her, but
She's so funny.
I got my driver's license last week, just like we all
Driver's
talked
license.
about.
That's not even what the song's
I was
about.
gonna say I paused it because we're immigrants. We have immigrant parents, and when we get into an argument with parents and we run away, or like we go away, and then we make any indication that we are upset, like any slight sound,
You just don't risk it.
it's just so much worse.
You just don't risk it. Honestly, I can't even walk away. When she says, you may leave, is like, yes, ma'am. Thank you for the talk. And you walk away. I mean, don't breathe a little louder. Don't breathe a little less louder, because then she's going to feel like something's up. Don't stomp.
Oh,
God forbid you
if
trip.
you slam or like, ooh,
Yo, do you know how many times I had my window open? And doors slam when you have windows open.
yes.
And accidentally, there was no fight, there was arguing. It just slams. I had to open the door mad fast, be like, it was no, it was the wind. It was me. And she like side-eyed me, and I was like, I promise. Come check. The window's open. And she's like, okay. Why are you sweating? I'm like, what? Nothing, no reason.
Okay, everyone, open up to show what you know. Antonio, are you eating?
Yes.
Who told you that you can eat in my class?
My stomach.
Well, eating isn't allowed in my class.
When did my room become your class?
Antonio, I said stop
Who
eating.
has a box of Krispy Kremes?
You seem a little hungry. Psych, too late.
You know what? Go to the office.
The office? What they gonna do, send me home?
You know what I am going to do?
What? I'm listening.
Call your mom.
Go right ahead, call her. Who's this? Hey girl, I bet you're still hungry.
I'm sick.
I'm not gonna lie though. Not gonna lie. As a teacher, I don't care. If anything, I'd just be like, do you gotta flex that hard? Like, you can't just keep your camera off like a normal person. Like, you do what you gotta do. I prefer that my kids were eating rather than starving themselves and then eat afterwards. I was like, your brains don't work. Please eat.
Hey, what's going on, bro? Oh, I got so freaky last night. I put Nutella between my girlfriend's cheeks and started eating it out. I was like, it was
Ew.
crazy, bro. Definitely try it next time. I swear to God.
She
And
dropped
guess what
her
I did last
banana.
night? Ran out of milk, so I started milking my grandma. Yeah. Shit, it's kind of old though. It's kind of, it's not that weird.
At least the other one tried to keep it less obvious. That's
I genuinely like those where like they try to get the people's reactions.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would have reacted to things like that. I would have been like,
I would, but here's the thing: I never know if someone's actually serious, so I wouldn't turn around and like I would just stand very still.
I don't know, bro.
Right?
If you and I said
We would do this.
anything-
We would do this. But we wouldn't, because as soon as he starts making like movements to each other, the
Yeah.
person behind's gonna be like, "Oh, they're hearing."
Yeah, I think I would have been like, you, which the other person would totally see. He said
it's
he
all-
milked his grandmother, bro. I would have been like,
"That's true." I mean, yeah. And if he's saying it that loud, he maybe wants people to know.
yo, no. But there are some people who just are on the phone and they don't realize that they're being.
But that's the thing.
Listen, I'm gonna react how I'm gonna react. So I don't think I would have continued. I think you're a lot more low key. I think you're somebody who's very composed. I just can't.
Got it.
Sorry. I had to sit next to my friend in college. This dude pretended he sneezed. He was like, I was like, you're gonna make me laugh. He's like, we need to go to the hallway. We need to go to the hallway.
You know what I pictured? You know those, I've seen some TikToks before where they like try to cough to cover up a fart, but then they cough and fart at different moments and times, so it's not covered at all.
Sneezed or coughed or whatever. It really didn't sound like he was laughing. I just knew.
Because he practiced it.
He practiced it.
He was waiting for that moment. Oh. Oh no.
Okay, young man, that's enough screen time now. No, let me finish. Oh shit, we got a live one. Huh? Oh no. Listen here, young man. No, you listen. Oh my god, he wants an early funeral. He'll be okay if he backtracks and apologizes, though. I hate this place! So what kind of flowers do you think he wants at his funeral? I don't think he's getting a funeral at this point. If that was one of us, we'd be lucky to get cremated in a bonfire out back. True. Yeah. Fine. 20 more minutes. Yay! What the fuck? Are you
This
kidding
is
me? Where's the justice?
so
Where's the
true.
repercussion? He didn't even give him a 1, 2, 3 count. Oh, you guys are so dramatic. Are you serious? Oh, you little bitch.
I don't have siblings, but I've seen him interact with his sibling, and that was enough for me to understand this. That's all I'll say about that. I was the youngest, the oldest, in the middle. But I didn't act like the youngest.
It comes with its drawbacks.
I didn't have to share anything, but I also didn't have much to share. We grew up very poor. Well, I grew up very poor.
The Pythagorean theorem is such an important concept. I'm just gonna squeeze it here. Go to the grocery store, you're going to need math.
Where's the gum chewing?
There's a 30% fight in the cafeteria for the balloons are needed.
There's usually gum chewing, and there's usually whispering to me. It's like, "You're okay. You're okay. I'm just gonna stay here for a minute." My kid, I remember when I was student teaching, my kid, she sat in her seat, but the principal and the VP came in together and sat next to her, and they asked questions like, "So what are you learning today? Do you like it? How are you feeling? What's going on? Why do you think this is important?" My girl literally said, "Can you be quiet? I'm trying to learn." I was like, "Oh my God. Oh my God." I was like, "Look at me. I did my thing." It's really an honor when your kids reinforce the rules for you without you having to say anything.
Crazy curvy wavy feet, titties, little waist body. Crazy curvy wavy feet, titties, little waist body. Yada 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 yada.
So this was the opposite for me. When I lived with my parents, I was very frugal. So actually, I grew up pretty poor.
You're gonna tell me about the aluminum foil?
Yeah.
Okay.
When we were able to buy aluminum foil, I was like, "What? Where are we going to use this?" And you were like, "We just use it to cover foods." And I was like, "So frivolously? So frivolously?" And he was like, "What do you mean?" I saw his parents at every dinner, rip chunks of aluminum foil and cover the food so that when everybody got to the table, it was still hot. Microwave it for 3 minutes, or just eat it like that. You're still eating. And then they would throw it out. And they would do it again every dinner. Blew my mind. We couldn't afford to spend money on things like that. So okay, put a lid on it or get to the food before it gets cold. That was yeah. Saran wrap? The magic cling wrap? For what? You're scared it's gonna dry in the fridge? Eat it before it goes in the fridge. It's crazy.
Occasionally we're just regularly using saran wrap or aluminum foil, and I just see her looking at it so I'm okay. All right. For me, it's so normal that
I still haven't been able to get over the fact that I feel like such a privilege to you. I'm like, okay. It's bonkers to me. If I'm hot, we turn up the AC. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's just I struggled a lot when we were, at a young age. Do what brings you happiness, like using saran wrap.
Bro, you suck. Teabag him. You suck.
Is that the mom?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Enough of that language. There will be no teabagging in my house.
I didn't know what that was for the longest time.
I love the hair.
Get shit on! Your ass! Shut the fuck up! 1v1 me, you pussy!
No.
Now, I'm not for hitting kids. But I feel like the Lord would really be testing me if that happened to me.
I have to pee.
I feel like the Lord would just really be testing me.
Oh.
I'm thinking from the mom's perspective. If the child I carried in for 9 months went through the worst pain of my life, and this thing that lives in my house rent-free and doesn't pay for anything says that to me, I think I would have closed the door and started praying for patience, wisdom, because I worked too hard to bring them into this world. But I was raised in other manners, and I have, there's a temptation to go back to what you know. What would you do?
What would you do?
I got heated from this TikTok.
Oh, so hot. Damn.
That doesn't sit right with me.
Not the... I ain't never seen deer where we live. It wasn't until we drove to our friend's house that we saw deer and bunnies.
I saw a deer today
You did?
and yesterday. Yeah, in our place of living. Yeah. Yeah.
Was it dead?
No further questions.
Oh my
But I
God.
will say I see more deer than you because when I go play soccer, I go to more
Yeah, out there, suburban.
Yeah.
I would love to have deer. I would just start naming them and feeding them.
Okay. Deer wouldn't be so bad, but having mooses.
Meese.
Having
think it's
mooses. Apparently they're very destructive. Very strong, and if you get caught in a battle with the moose and
Why
you're
would I battle
and you're
them?
in your car, they will end up killing you. Your car doesn't stand a chance because it apparently has a lot of power and is very big.
When I think of moose, I think of their antlers. Stay with me.
Okay.
You know those little knit hats with the ball on top? Can you imagine putting one of those on each antler?
Oh, please don't play with the moose.
See, I think maybe I shouldn't.
Please don't play with the moose.
Maybe I should look up some things before I go to any suburban neighborhoods.
Yeah. Luckily, we don't see moose where we're at.
My mom never played hide and seek with me. Hide where?
No.
Girl.
Is she here? No. Found you.
Okay, go and hide. Yeah, come out.
I never played hide.
I never played hide and seek.
My mom would have been like, my mom, I asked her once when I was younger, I was like, I was just like, I'm too old for that.
Yeah.
Play with yourself. I was like, okay.
Stefan, nein, Stefan.
Stefan, nein. Nein, Stefan.
Nein, Stefan. Nein, nein, Stefan.
You,
Danke, Stefan.
What the fuck, bro?
You know what? I'm really proud of my German.
wait,
I
he
know-
said no, Stefan,
I know
and
all
then he
they
said thank you, Stefan.
Yeah, I know, but like even like it's just like wow.
It's
this
nice to know.
sounds familiar. You
Yeah.
know, it's nice. Moose.
But also, like,
moose
if
is-
somebody came this close, again, pair of scissors near my hair and near my face.
yeah, but I'm just confused as to why. Well, like, what's the purpose? You know?
Stefan wouldn't exist, but he would have been missing. What are you doing near my face? I don't trust you.
Whew. Whew. Hey, can you hand me that juice and that remote off that counter? Mom, you just walked past it. Come on now. Can you get it for me, please? I'm tired. I don't feel like getting back up. Yeah.
You got something to say?
I sometimes experience that. Not from,
Moms.
Not from mom. I sometimes experience that from my wife.
Can I be honest? In my defense, I genuinely forget. I just, how many times I have to say I have ADHD? I forget. There are things I look at and I'm like, oh, fun. And then forget my necessities. Okay? That's all.
Oh, that got my heart rate up.
That's all.